watch, a flood watch, and a winter storm watch. We've got a busy night tonight. We've got a busy week. Let's break down the thunderstorms that are going on right now. Here's a wide view of the setup. We've got our cold front now finally advancing into central Oklahoma, and a lot of rain right over the Red River into southeastern Oklahoma. Here on the leading edge, we have this severe storm that is in parts of Atoka County. This is headed north and east, eventually getting towards Latimer and the floor, where we do not have a warning at the moment, but this is where that storm is tracking. It looks like right now, when we're just trying to analyze the atmosphere, there's some low-level rotation right now in the River Valley. So as this storm pushes on in, it may continue to rotate. This storm that you see back towards the west with the yellow box showing a severe thunderstorm warning and a small tornado warning back towards the south and west. There's been a couple rotations with this storm, but it's been broad. You can have storms rotate all day long, but if they're too broad, if they're not really focused and starting to spin in a tight, small little area, you can't produce a tornado. You can spin gradually, but not enough to actually produce a funnel cloud. However, we've been noticing this cell start to spin up just a little bit more kind of on and off. We will have to watch this storm as it pushes into the River Valley. Back towards the south and west, just a lot of heavy rain, and also hail has been reported in parts of southern Oklahoma. We've been seeing some of that hail on the radar. Back towards the south and even farther west, more severe thunderstorm warnings. But our main event will probably be right in this leading edge of this line as it pushes on in. If we zoom in a little bit closer, Fort Smith, we're dry at the moment, but you may see a few strokes of lightning off in the distance. We're not going to hear thunder yet. You've got to be closer within 10 to up to about 15 miles in order to hear thunder. So we're not going to hear the thunder yet, but you may see some flashes off in the distance. In Poto right now, no severe thunderstorm warning, but some of that rain is starting to come into the western portions of the county, just north and west of Tallahena. We're dry right now, mainly in Bacoshi, but rain just off towards the south and west. McAllister, we're just kind of getting grazed here on the south side of town with some of these storms. So right now, we're dry in Fort Smith, we're dry in northwest Arkansas. There is some rotation in the atmosphere for Washington County and Benton County, but it's not as robust as it is from about Fort Smith south towards Greenwood and Fort Chaffee. So we've got to keep our eye on this storm as it pushes on in. That tornado threat is still low overall, but we have the chance, good chance for these storms to remain severe as they push in, especially I think for the River Valley. You can see that severe thunderstorm warning and tornado warning for this cell. Mainly you've got the severe thunderstorm warning because of the hail and some of the wind threat, although the wind threat seems a little bit lower at the moment, is mainly hail, and then there's a rotation back towards the south and west. Put this into rotation and the movement. Storm continues to move about 30 miles towards the north and east. There's a pocket of rotation. Actually, there's kind of slightly two pockets, but the main rotation is back towards the south and west. This is storm relative velocity. That green wrapping up with that red. We've got that rotation right there, south of McAllister, so quite a distance away from the River Valley at the moment. But every once in a while, this rotation may tighten up, and we'll have to watch. Once again, there's just overlying, just spin in the atmosphere right now in the River Valley, and we'll have to keep a very close eye on this storm. The lightning generally means you've got some hail. The more lightning strikes you get, generally, the more hailstones are up in the atmosphere too. So this storm is going to pack a punch as it moves into parts of Haskell County, Latimer County, and southwestern Leflore County. Poto, we've got still probably an hour or so before this storm really moves in. Some of the rain may move in first, but then that stronger storm will come in from the south and west. One thing we're noticing is that the strong upper level winds, that jet stream is parked right over us. These storms are literally tilting right now from the bottom towards the top. They're tilting so much that some of the rain from the rotation is actually being kind of spit out ahead of the storm. If we can keep this rain going on, that may reduce the rotation here in a little bit. So this is actually really good to see some of this rain in western Leflore County. It kind of waterlogs the storm. It kind of chokes it out a little bit. So we'll have to be watching this very closely tonight. But right now we've got a level 2 severe threat from Oklahoma right into western Arkansas as this whole storm system continues to press on in. The latest timing, probably about 10:45, close to Poto, and then closer to 11 o'clock as that one storm starts to cross the state line and into Fort Smith, Van Buren, where we have that level 2 severe threat. For right now, it looks like most of the threats will be in the River Valley. They're a little bit less in northwest Arkansas, but we may still get a lot of flooding. We've got the flooding threat tonight. There is a lot of water in these thunderstorms as they continue to press in from the south and west right now. Still some rotation, but we'll have to watch that closely. Once again, we've got a tornado warning towards Atoka County, This is south and west of Leflore County. We'll continue to cut in this evening with more updates. We've got a newscast coming on in here just a couple minutes. Darren, Bob, Erica, Thomas are getting the news already. We're getting the forecast ready for you guys. But I tell you what, we got a crazy week. We got a crazy night. Right now, western Arkansas under a tornado watch, a flood watch, and a winter storm watch. You don't always see that, but we got it tonight. Rain coming in tonight with those thunderstorms. It's going to get loud, I think, across both northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Maybe a little bit stronger south of the mountains and south of I-40. But then we kind of dry out tomorrow afternoon. We get some clouds to try to break up a little bit ahead of our next storm system. Clouds come right back, bringing some freezing rain threats, a little bit of ice coming in parts of northwest Arkansas, a little bit less ice, I think, throughout the River Valley. But some of us in Washington County and Benton County may try to pick up a quarter of an inch to a half inch of ice. Here's kind of a latest track on some of that ice coming right in from central Oklahoma into northwest Arkansas. We'll have to see how much that cold air will be able to push into the River Valley. Not all of it may not make it through the mountains. That's why northwest and in the mountains will probably get the most amount of ice, maybe wrapping into portions of Sequoia County and Leflore County. But Leflore County might be a little bit tougher. But once again, we have those storms coming on in, wrapping things up. This is kind of a wide view right now just across the area. Got a lot of heavy rain, pockets of hail, and gusty winds, and a lot of lightning too, as these storms move in from Oklahoma and into Arkansas here within about an hour or so. Make sure you keep it here, keep it local. We'll keep you advised.